Alright, so come on in my kitchen. I'm just gonna play it from the top. Yeah, so the first riff, which if you learn it, you can play everything else that starts with. Just sounds like right hand wise, just need to remind you to get into a good position, which means your fingers are curled, not this position where you can see your hand, but this one so that your hand curls up, no big deal, and we're going. And the thing to emphasize is that we're going to go, and cut it off, and then do it again, so we don't hear, we just hear. So there's your first one. And then having done that, and we're not going to play the bass notes initially, so now we're going. So that's going to be the overall riff. It's going to sound like. Right hand wise, let's just zoom in over there. That's the thing you already know how to do. And then we're doing our first little seesaw pick where we go ring finger, put it back, middle finger. So we can just do that a couple times, just going. And try to do it 4 or 5 times more than you'd naturally be inclined to. And then go in rhythm. And that's our. So we don't want to hear. We want. And the good news is you can do that. The next riff's identical. It's just got one more note at the end. That's. So we don't really need to do any teaching on that. And just don't play the bass notes this time. Just make it, there's these 4 riffs I'm learning, and then we'll put them in after the fact as, learning them and putting in the bass notes is a much more efficient approach than anything else we could devise, as going is not the difficult part of what we're doing. The 4th riff sounds like, and so right hand wise, that's going to be these 2, put them back, these 2, and that is the same thing we just did in the last riff. So these 2, put them back, these 2, try that a few times. And now, left hand wise, be sure your thumb's ready to move, be sure you're muting. And just like before, we have to dampen here. Otherwise we'll hear. And we're just going. Okay, so that's what we got up to last time. New stuff, he goes, and that's easy, it's just the 2 open strings, and then does the same exact that the song started with. So that's our you better come, and that's starting where we were left off last time. So stop and get good at that, and everything up to now implies stop as we go and get good up to now. So then on the next riff for the first time, you better come on, and then he goes, which we're doing the thumb notes, it's good to do that because in this next riff, the in my kitchen, we're going to have to move our thumb to the 4th string for the first time, 6-5 forward, play a melody note on that string. So we're about to go these 2, and then, and that was index, put it back, thumb. So it's these 2, followed by index, put it back, thumb. So just do that on your own, stop and do that. And here's the riff, we just did that, now we're going, which is the one that you were nailing during the lesson. Again, just make sure your left hand's ready, it's all shoulder, elbow. Excuse me. And that's where we got to, except I just threw in the next, which is all riffs that we've already learned. He goes, which is just the note on the 3rd string, and then he goes, which we already know how to do. That's just, and then he does the same exact from the previous thing, which I circled both of them and drew little lines going, hey, look, it's the same thing. So that's, it's going to go raining. Or, and he just goes, and other shit happens, but that's where we're going to get up to. Outdoors. course, it's in here. So yeah, there's really only a couple things in this song. Let's just put it all together. Sequence, no big deal.
And could you
yeah,
play?
I was just about to do the whole thing totally. So, and I'm not going to play the bass notes, and I think it's detrimental to your progress for you to play the bass notes at this point. Or we're going to take the approach of learn the riffs without the bass notes, and then go back and put in the bass notes as they're distracting. But we'll doing the whole thing in rhythm without bass notes. Mm-hmm. And start singing. There was the whole thing again, if you like. Then he actually stops playing bass. Excuse me. Here's the new stuff from last time that wasn't on your video. Just starting it there. So it's all the same stuff. Here we are, and try to include the step where you do it just with open strings, as that's what's actually hard about this. Aside from, whoops, I thought that was place, but it's a slide. Slide-wise, the only problem is your thumb's sticking in place here, which is just, again, like I said during the lesson, I encourage you to warm up. Just go whatever fret feels the most natural to you, and whatever position feels the most natural, and just play some movements where you move up the fretboard, and just getting used to that loosey-goosey, my thumb doesn't move thing. That's how it's going to be, is your whole arm. It's all shoulder, elbow. And just for shits and giggles, here's the whole thing again at 7:30. The thing is you can't just learn it from that. You got to do the little bits. It's going to be fine as long as you actually do that. No problem. It's all good.